Hi friends, in this video I will explain detailed information about advanced filter, how to use advanced filter. Before that, our users are winning great amount using our software. Here me personally won first rank yesterday. Here you can see I won first rank with just 80 rupees investment using advanced filter and auto create. Our users are also winning great amounts. Here you can see our user won 75,000 rupees. Here you can check proof also. This is FTC Prime team. And also here user won using smart generation, FTC smart generation. In this video, why I am explaining about advanced filter is our user won 1 lakh rupees by using auto create button and use advanced filter to filter the teams. This team got 1 lakh. So that is the power of advanced filter and also our software. See, in this software our prime team won 75,000, auto create team won 1 lakh, and smart generation strategy also we are getting good amount. So from all sections our users are winning very good amounts. But in this video I will specially explaining about advanced filter. See, let's take one match for example. Suppose if I click on Europe T10 cricket, click first match DST versus TST, click on that match. Bottom you can see auto create, click on auto create. You can apply advanced filter to auto create teams or smart generation teams or advanced generation teams or prime teams. You can apply advanced filter to any section, but I will recommend to apply this advanced generation filter to mostly auto create teams or sometimes smart generation also. Now let's create teams using auto create grand league teams. Go with new fantasy rules, click on generate grand league teams. See, suppose if you are using auto create, don't create directly 10 or 20 teams. I will suggest you to create more number of teams and filter those teams using advanced generation to get accurate GL teams. I already shown you proof our user won 1 lakh rupees using in this strategy, and also I personally won first rank yesterday match using same strategy. So let's create teams. Suppose if I create 1000 teams, generate teams. See, teams were generated. Here you can see top right filter, click on that. Here you can see advanced filter. In this advanced filter you can add up to 7 filters. If I select captain selection, here you can see player present, select here. These are the players. You can add any number of players whom you want as captain. Suppose if I add top 2 players, these 2 random players, and if I click on add filter button, here you can see 96 teams were filtered out of 1000 teams of these 2 players as captains. Let's check. Here see, here you can see these 2 player captain teams are 96 out of 1000 teams. You can add another filters also. I can add combination selection. See, if I add I want teams 2 3 3 1 3 4 3 or 2 3 4 2. If I want these 3 combination teams out of these 96 teams, I can add this combination filter by clicking on add filter. See, here you can see 2 filters were added on these 1000 teams. One is captain selection filter and another one is combination filter. So 2 filters added. Finally, how many teams you got? Out of 1000, 4 teams were filtered. In this way you can filter the teams and you can directly join to Dream11 by clicking on Dream11 copy bottom. See, team is directly transferring to Dream11. In this way you can use this most powerful advanced filter. Here you can also see analytics. Analytics means see complete analytics of the particular 2000 teams were shown here. See, captain selection, which player is present in how many teams as captain teams. When you can see here 51 teams are of 2324 combination. Partition selection, 625 teams are 65 partition. 6 players came from DST, 5 players came from TST. Player selection, see, Jadran is present in 1203 teams. In this way you will get some clear idea about teams that you generated. Click on back. Now I will clearly explain one by one filter of total 8 filters present in advanced filter. Let's create even more number of teams. I will create 9099 teams. I will apply every filter to these teams. Let's see. Click on this filter. Total 9999 teams, right? First filter is player selection filter. In the player selection filter, there are 2 player present and player absent. Player present means if you add any player and if you click on add filter, automatically those player present teams will be filtered. See, total Jadran is present in 6022 teams. If I add another player and if I click add filter again, here you can see 3717 teams. These 2 players are present in 3717 teams. Similarly, you can add any number of players. If I add these 3 players, if I click on add filter, see, these 3 players present teams are 2482. This is about player present. Let's see player absent. In player absent, if you select any player and if you click on add filter, automatically here you can see 697 teams, which means out of these 2482 teams, ISFE is not present in 697 teams, which means player absent means those teams will be filtered which does not contain the above players. Here I added ISFE in player absent, so ISFE does not contain teams will be filtered. So out of these 2482 teams, ISFE is not present in these 697 teams, so those teams in which ISFE is not present got filtered. If I add another player, suppose if I add filter, here you can see total 294 teams. In these 294 teams, these two players are not present, which means player option means those player whom you don't want in your teams, you can add here and you can click on add filter. Automatically those teams will be filtered. This is all about player selection. Let's remove some players and add filter. To show other filter also I need more teams now, that's why I'm removing few players and I am adding filter. Second filter is captain selection. See, in captain selection, here you can see players. Those players whom you are adding will be appeared as captains in your filter teams. If I add these 4 players, if I click on add filter, automatically here you can see 1277 teams are filtered of these 4 captains. See, in these 1277 teams, these 4 players will shown as captain. Here you can say those players whom you added here will be appeared as captains in your filter teams. I think you got the point. Similarly, you can add vice captain filter also. Those players whom you are adding here will come as vice captains in your filter teams. See, automatically 243 teams are present in which the below players we added as vice captains. Here you can see vice captains. Total how many filters we added now? 3. So there you can see 3 filters added. We can add 4th filter also, partition selection filter. Here you can also add partition selection filter. If I add 5, 6 and 6, 5, automatically these 2 partition present teams will be filtered. Add filter. See, 145 teams got filtered of this partition, selected partitions. You can add similarly another filter, person selection. If I add 5, 6 and 4, 7 means I am adding 0 to 50% players, 5, 50 to 100% players, 6, like that 4, 7 also I am adding to these 2% strategies. If I click on add filter, automatically here you can see 70 teams got filtered. I can add another filter also, credit selection. You can add what are the teams that you want on that particular credit range. If I want 88.5, 88, 87.5, 85.5, these 4 credit range filters, I can add these 4 and again I click on add filter means automatically here you can see 47 teams were filtered. You can see how many filters you added: player selection, captain selection, partition selection, person selection, credit selection, vice captain selection. Total you added 6 filters. Out of starting you see 9,919 teams got filtered to 47 teams by adding these 6 filters. You can add combination selection filter also. Here in these teams, out of 47 teams, I want some random these combination teams only. I can add these combinations. If I click on add filter, see automatically 8 teams were filtered of these particular combinations. Finally, I can add role frequency filter also. And in this way, you can add filters. See, total you added here 7 filters. Out of 9,990 teams, you got filtered finally with 8 teams. I will show you those 8 teams. See, those 8 teams are team number 326, 3284, 3313, 3693, 4989, 5845, 6685, 9553. See, out of 9,099 teams, you got filtered with finally 8 teams. This is the power of advanced filter. You will get more accurate teams by using this advanced filter. You can also save these teams by clicking on save teams button. In this way, you need to filter teams. You need to create more number of teams using auto create, and you need to filter those teams. These teams will be accurate and more powerful. You can also directly copy this team to Dream 11. So this is the power of advanced filter. I am suggesting you definitely add filters while you are creating teams using auto create. If you want to remove any particular filter, you can click on this cross button. Suppose if I want to remove credit selection, click on that cross button. Automatically that filter will be removed and automatically those teams again got filtered. If I remove captain selection filter, see here you can see teams again got filtered. If I remove player selection filter, see automatically in this way you can also remove filters. So this is the power of this advanced filter, and this is the power of this fantasy team creator software. You should definitely try this software. Here I mentioned WhatsApp number, Telegram link, and YouTube. When you click on Telegram, automatically this will redirect to Telegram. You can join those in Telegram. You should definitely try this software. In this video is specially dedicated for advanced filter only. I will explain what is FTC Prime and everything in next coming videos. Detailed explanation of the software is already explained in previous videos. Please watch those videos, then you will get better idea how to use this software perfectly. If you want this software, contact me through WhatsApp number provided in description or comment section. You should definitely try this software. I already shown you proofs. Our users are winning great amounts. Thank you.